It's Podular. Welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us here for episode 84. It is Thursday, June 18th, and we are going to be talking some remixes here today. Got a brand new remix off the Human Dream project here. We're going to be updating 2026 S tier list, as we promised you we would be doing so quarterly this year. So as the next shows are getting into Q3, we have an opportunity to add the last 9 shows from Q2 onto that list here. But that's all we've got on the agenda here today. So let's bring in my co-host, Mr. Scotty Fuller. How are you feeling today?
Feeling good, baby. Feeling like a kind of like a calm before the storm vibe this week. You know, as like you said, as promised, we said we were doing one of these a quarter, and almost forgot about it before we got into what is going to be an unrelenting set of shows coming up here that we're going to be reviewing. And so last couple of calm weeks before we really get back into the swing of things. So I'm excited, man. And not for nothing, we this is the first time that we've got anything really new to talk about. And boy, did we get blessed with something new in this remix right here, baby. Let's talk about it.
Dude, I mean, you after the Thought Process remix, right, A Portal to the Starry Path, you obviously start to think about a full remix album, right? And the first thing that comes to mind is like the list of artists that would be featured on a remix album, right? And I mean, Flamingosas is super fucking awesome. Been listening to Flamingosas for a long time before they ever really seemed to kind of cross paths with STS9. And it's a match made in heaven for sure. Shit, Scott, I mean, we listened to a little bit of that to start off. What do you say? Should we restart that and just hit it again?
Yeah, let's run this thing from top to bottom like we did with the Thought Process, because as it deserves that full run. Let's hear it and then we'll get into it.
All right. All right. That is pretty fucking groovy, dude.
So
Um,
Nate, I admit it. I'll be the first to admit. And also, you said before their paths had crossed. Have their paths ever crossed? Have they ever opened for STS9 before?
I think they've been on some bills for sure.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
like some festival bills, obviously, but um, I wasn't aware of one if they had. Honestly, I'm not super familiar with Flamingoses. Tell me about this project. Is this a band? Is this a DJ? What's going on?
No, it's a singular producer.
It's a producer. Okay.
Yes. So I think believe he's Brooklyn based. I know that for
Okay.
sure. And he just had some albums that had come out. I want to say, let me look this up here. Yeah, around the 2015 time, he had an album called Pleasure Palette, and there's a song called Football Head on it. And it was like a kind of continuous mix that had gotten released too. Yeah, so it's like a 38-minute full continuous mix of the album called Pleasure Palette. Actually, Steven turned me on to Flamingosis, and yeah, it's just like super groovy, super funky, exactly what you're kind of hearing here. And I just a great fit for this
I
song.
mean, dude, y'all better stop playing with Maureen Murphy with these fucking isolated vocals, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Like, literally, man, at some point made my shoulders sit back a little further when at that middle point where it's just her and a little bit of ambience in the background. But um, there is just so much cool production happening here that admittedly and apologetically, I was not familiar with your game, Flamingosis, but you have my word that I will be. By the time this podcast dropped, we've got a day and a half in between here. I got nothing to do tomorrow but listen to you, buddy. This was fucking awesome, and I am pumped, man. This is good
I,
shit.
I'm I'm telling you, Scotty, start with that Pleasure Palette full album, 38 minute.
I mean, Nate,
Biggest mix. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for for the finer things when it comes to projects. I will buy into to your project for any number of silly little reasons that to me it translate to some like higher level of artistic interpretation. I always think of Chromeo. They have an album that came out, I think it was 2013, called White Women, and it's just them on the cover and white women above it. And I just thought it was like I'd never heard of Chromeo before, but I saw that cover somewhere and it made me laugh out loud at how ridiculous it was. And not knowing anything about the music, I pressed play and I fucking love Chromeo to this day.
Chromeo's tight. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm all about that little shit. This remix brought us to a really cool prompt. Brought you to a really cool
Yeah.
prompt. Text me.
Yeah. Before we get to that prompt, there's some things other things I want to discuss about because
Sure.
um, let's think about this compared to the thought process remix, right? Like where almost certain parts of that thought process remix of Portal to the Starry Path sound like a completely different song, right?
Yes.
Where I think this License Symphony and Unity, It's Alright remix is stays a little bit more core to the actual like structure of the song. I love that he ran with the horns a little bit, right? And like the like in the actual track, that's obviously I think being triggered by a keyboard effect by Phipps, but like it seems to be slowed down a little bit here, or kind of like separates to sounding like instead of like one blast of like a group of horns, like separate horns like
Yeah.
playing together and kind of like fading out a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean the what seems to, and this is one of those moments where, you know, the descript what we're trying to do probably is going to fall short because neither one of us has ever dabbled in production. But what it feels like they're doing with the stems of this song is letting the whole thing breathe individually a little bit more. And there's certain moments where there's a lot of their groove infused on it, and there's a lot of it where it almost feels like they're just kind of shining a light on really special moments of this song. It's kind of a perfect homage to, or homage, however you want to pronounce that word, um, to STS9, and like really what I love about a really good remix.
Yeah.
I don't know. They are two for two here, and if we are getting any semblance of kind of those old school Artifact or Peace Blaster remix projects, man, the ramp is looking really promising right now.
Hmm. Yep. No, I totally agree with you there. This one sounds like a remix that STS9 could actually play
Right,
live.
I had that thought
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Um,
Where the other one is like clearly going to be played kind of as a part of a DJ set or something like this. Like this one feels like it could be brought to life with a live band.
sure, sure. A
Which
la the other remixes that they've been doing of their own shit, you know?
right, exactly, exactly. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, all this talk of a remix album, the thoughts about it, I think both me and you would eventually like to see the whole album flipped at some
Yeah,
point, which would be
absolutely.
really cool. But it got me thinking, and we do these top five lists. We haven't really done one in a while here, Scotty. So I was thinking, I was texting you today, pick five STS9 songs and five other musical artists to do remixes of those songs, and let's put our top five list together. Okay.
Right.
So, Scotty, I'll let you go first here.
I did I in no particular order here. I don't really have a 5 to 1. I guess I could think about it a little bit more and do that. But right off top, for some reason, I went to a producer who, admittedly, I did not super enjoy when he was a part of an STS9 build. This was EPROM at Red Rocks 2019. He had an in the round set where I just wasn't it just didn't hit me right, man. I'm not the biggest bass music guy, but for whatever reason, and I've since revisited EPROM, and I think he's a lot doper than I gave him credit for in that moment. But for whatever reason, when you gave me this prompt today, I thought of him, and I thought of B Pulse. Um,
Mm,
kind of a kind of a song that in a bass music producer's register. I think
mm.
you could predictably see what might be done with it, and I think knowing that those two artists have crossed paths, it felt like a realistic idea. So that's my first one. EPROM would be Pulse.
I love that. Kind of
Yeah.
a dark with the light combination there. Cool.
Yeah, I've got some more darkness coming.
Good stuff. Number five on my list, I'm going to call on Boards of Canada, which obviously STS9 has covered Boards of Canada, been in a Boards of Canada mood after the release of their new album here, which is incredible. You guys should all check that out if you haven't yet. It just got released a couple of weeks ago. It's called Inferno. Insane front to back listen. Um, I think that they could do an incredible version of Equinox. Boards of Canada doing Equinox is my
Oh,
number five.
wow.
Yeah. Um, I just think of like those opening bass notes. I mean, it
That's
would
a
help if we got Equinox on a actual like album.
sure, a proper studio version for them to remix. That'd be cool. Uh,
Yeah.
I just realized I rambled about that Chromeo album and I never fucking landed the plane on that. We might want to edit that part out. Because I finished and I was like, what the fuck was I even going on about that for? Pleasure Palette. That
Yeah.
name immediately. If you had just given me, hey, here's an album called Pleasure Palette and told me nothing else about it, I would fucking listen to it based off of that.
Yeah.
Um, if you want to edit that whole thing out because it was fucking nonsense.
I think that's great. I think that's good
Yeah,
to keep that in there.
I was sitting there thinking about it the whole time. I was like, what was I even talking about there? Anyway, back to my list. Um,
Mhm.
my next two are realistic. Like human dream realistic. If we get these, I think this is a fair shot. A producer who has been on fire for a minute now. Of the Trees. Let's see what Of the Trees can do with Dusk.
Of the Trees was close on my list as well. Damn, Of the Trees Dusk remix. Holy shit. Man. We just got me and recent guest Mike Brony, we just got a chance to see Of the Trees at the Salt Shed in Chicago a few weeks ago. And what a fucking show. That was really fucking hot. Love that idea. I'm just now realizing none of the songs I picked, I think, are on albums. So there's not studio versions to really do these. But cool nonetheless. I'm gonna go with Bonobo on this one. I think
Oh, cool.
A Bonobo version of Arigato would be really fucking cool.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
Yep.
Kind of
Just
a yeah, I mean just an unexpected combination in my opinion. If I were to pick if you said Bonobo, I would have thought From Now On or something a little more ballady. Um
yeah, but Bonobo can get that really dancey shit too sometimes and plays around with like ethnic samples and everything like that. And we can talk about
oh, that's cool.
Arigato kind of having the Japanese samples. I think that would be really cool with Bonobo. So that's my idea.
Okay. We're staying on a proper studio song from The Human Dream. I might have said this before. I want to see what Matty O'Neill can do with Glass.
Mm, I love that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
I think that's extremely plausible. And I don't know. If she could take her pick, I hope that's what she picked.
Fuck yeah. My next one, not as realistic. Justice doing doing dance. Um,
Oh man, dude. I
I
like how
think
you swung for the fences on this one, man. I would
I'm just like if I controlled the universe, this is what would happen, kind of shit. I think they could do something with like the DANC,
sure.
and then put that into dance. I've always thought that would be a really cool fucking cover idea for STS9 to do, to mix in DANC by Justice into dance. I'm just thinking
Ooh.
of like a super electro heavy hardcore breakdown with just like the
Mhm.
gonna like and just insanely cool French bass lines added to that. Justice, I think, does remixes maybe better than anybody in the world. And one I really think of is Electric Feel, MGMT. I always thought, put yourself in MGMT shoes where you're a couple of dudes that really started this band out of a joke. And then you create a song like Electric Feel that's so good. It's an American song that gets remixed by someone like Justice, where they're like, yes,
Mhm.
this American music is very funky. We will make remix of this.
Dude,
Um,
that album, like, and MGMT is they've made a lot of good music, but that album in a nutshell, my son loves it. It's one of
Oracular, spectacular.
yes.
Yeah.
There are just certain projects that are they feel literally electric, like they have a different energy that surrounds them, and I, I don't know, man. That's one of my that's one of my like bedrock musical taste projects that I continue to go back to this day.
Yeah, the fact that just going back to that they started the band as kind of like an absurdist performance art product and
Yeah.
a joke about being rock stars, um, is and what it turned into. It's like, fuck, what have we done? Right?
I mean, I guess they say there's a little truth to every joke, man. You
Yep.
fuck around and maybe you're really good at what you're joking about doing.
Mm.
I'll swing for the fences on one, and one that does not. Well, yeah, yes, it does actually. Oil and water. Let's see what Tipper can do with oil and water.
Ooh, fuck yeah. I like
Yeah.
that. Just the sound of it, right?
Uh-huh.
Like just the name of the song sounds like a Tipper song. So I think that could be really fucking cool for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go to Pretty Lights. I'm gonna go with Aimlessly. I just think there are so many like guitar lines in there that could be like distorted and like brought to life the way that Pretty Lights does with those guitar lines and everything like that, and just like an insane peak going on with that, and a breakdown of like the build up and everything like that. I don't know exactly how it would sound, but I know he would smoke that, so I'm going with Pretty Lights doing Aimlessly.
Yeah, I mean, I that's it, man. If he was still on that time to take on some other people's songs and remix them, man, how special would that be? And
Mm.
how full circle would that be, knowing where Derek is and where that project is? For that to happen, man, that would damn near bring a tear to my eye. Whether it was on, like a swing for the fences one, like aimlessly or anything, that would be so fucking cool, man. I would love to see him
What
do
what
that.
what is your favorite Pretty Lights remix?
Oh man, the fucking Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah, the
fucking.
Nine Inch Nails flip. The Nine Inch Nails flip. I'm not gonna lie, I have some pretty special memories to the Chicago Bulls flip.
Hmm.
From the what 2011, 2010, something like that, New
That's when
Year's.
he was ripping all these remixes, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2009 to 2011, I think of the After Midnight remix, Country Roads remix.
Oh, the
Holy
After Midnight remix
shit.
fucking rips, dude.
Yep.
Dude, I love Pretty Lights. We want to do a crossover episode of the Pretty Lights podcast. We've talked about it before.
Yep.
God damn, that would be so fucking cool. And my last one I want to see Tycho do Baraka.
Mm, okay. Love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then I'd
Damn,
like to see Bass Nectar. No, I'm just kidding.
that made me think of a bonus one I have. It's not a part of my list. Let's get Rufus DeSaul to do It's All Right. Oof.
Oh, that'd be sick.
But the last one on my list, um, got to go with Daft Punk doing Simulator. Um, Simulator song sounds like a song to me already that is kind of in the Daft Punk realm with just the
Mhm.
like quick guitar strums and everything like that. The building like backtrack. It kind of like reminds me of Contact, Voyager a
Ah,
little bit, both of those. And Simulator's a song that I think is criminally underutilized in the catalog, or criminally hasn't really been cracked open a whole lot. I know there's a few versions. I think Aspen 2020 was a big one.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'd love to see someone else's take on that song, and I'd love to see new life breathed into it. So yeah, Daft Punk
Man,
doing Simulator.
this reminds me of the Super Bowl halftime show one that we did. Your list is so much bigger and more ambitious than mine.
I had to swing for the fences.
No, I love it. I love it. Not that this fucking gigantic podcast needs our promotion, but if anyone is if actually everyone that's listening to this podcast is a music dork. If you're not familiar with the podcast Dissect, Dissect, do yourself a favor after you're done with this one and go check him out. He is currently doing an entire season on Daft Punk, and if you even sort of like Daft Punk before, they will probably be your favorite artist after you're done listening to it. It is phenomenal shit.
Can confirm Dissect is the shit if you guys are into music the same way we are. But let's get to business here, Scotty. We have a tier list to get to here. We got
Yeah.
9 shows to add to the list here. Let me get the existing list pulled up. So, to recap what we've got so far, they're just these category lists names always crack me up. Museum quality STS9. We have Axe of Cables and Night 2 at the Eastern. Sweaty, grimy, raw. We have Cervantes and then the Jefferson Theater Show from Charlottesville, Virginia on the Southeast Tour.
Hmm.
Jam of the Year, aptly named for the Jabez from Fort Collins. Might have another Jabez joining that list as well.
Also, there was an argument that there were two jams of the year of this one and the It's All Right and the Jabez, which were back to back. Maybe. I mean, this was a
Yep.
show, dude.
Yeah. What a fucking ride. Aptly named for, man, the ups and downs and the journey that they've taken us with these set lists. We have Belly Up, and then the Cap, and then Cat's Cradle in Carborough. Working Man's Sector 9, down in the Rust Belt in Pittsburgh, the
Pittsburgh.
Roxy Theater. Wagwan, which is my favorite category name. We have Mission, and then the Irving Plaza in New York City, and then Above Average Night Live, Big Night Live from Boston, and
It's
then we
my
had to put
favorite one.
yeah, Eastern night 1 on that one too. So we've got 9 shows to get to here, Scotty, and we start in Vermont, April 11th, 2026. Uh, we had a lot of fun breaking the stunt one down with Missy, along with the Philly show as well. What are we thinking on this one? I thought that this was one of those shows where you saw it on paper and you're like, okay, but then you listen to it and you're like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed listening to this. I will say I have not gone back to it since I listened through it the week that we listened to it with Missy. Um, and let's pull up this S tier list and think about this one rationally. Where would we put this above?
I think it's above average, honestly.
Would we call this working man sector 9? I would put it in above average. That's exactly where I would put it compared to everything else we're going to talk about. There's just not a big enough bite size to really convince me that this is the island vibey super, the Wagwan. Um, and it's not working man sector 9.
Okay.
It's not a ride. I think it's an above average night live.
Let's put it there for now. Yes.
Cool.
Which anytime you're getting an above average night of STS9 at a festival, that's good shit right there.
Yeah.
So the next show we've got is that Philly show here. Um, this to me, just reading the set list and taking a look at it again, and just like the flow of it and everything. So you have a metameme opener instantly. Really what? Oil and Water into Peachtree. Mirror Soul, insane Mirror Soul that we listened to there.
Yeah.
Peace Blaster Suite into Inspire. Whew. Set 2, Tokyo, Better Day Remix into Love Don't Tear Eyes. Scheme, Lift You Up, It's Alright, World Go Round, Year Infinity, Encore, Baraka. Where my head goes here, Scotty. I'm going to see if you're on the same page as me. What are you thinking with this?
This cannot go below What a Fucking Ride.
I think
This
it's
is
what a fucking ride, right?
yeah. I mean it. This is. And maybe it's not like, dude. There's a lot going. This might be. I don't know. I don't know of a category name for this, but this might be above every other show in the What a Fucking Ride category. Um, this show is fucking awesome.
You know what? I agree with that, man. I think front to back, maybe not like head and shoulders above the cap, maybe not. Um, but definitely better than Belly Up, and definitely better than Cat's Cradle.
Hey, go back to it on paper. I just want to look at the segs.
Yep. So
So
segues, you had Oil and Water into Peachtree, Peace Blaster Suite into Inspire, Better Day remix into Love Don't
Love Don't
Terrorize.
Terrorize.
That
I,
really good Love Don't Terrorize that we listened to. Yeah.
man,
What do we think? We got a new category here.
I think we new category it.
All right, let's add a row above. And this is like something to do with those makeup shows, right?
The Philadelphia Get Back.
I love it. Let's go
The
with
Philly Get Back.
the Philly Get Back,
Yeah.
and we might be renaming that for the Get Backs. Um, More to come on those, but
Ah, we do have some more Get Backs. That's okay,
yeah.
cool.
hmm So we'll get back to that. We'll get back to the Get Backs.
Fucking
All right,
stupid.
getting
Uh,
into New Orleans here, man. These are gonna be tough for me because
you
these
were
two
there.
nights.
I
Yeah,
mean
these two.
that's fine. I wanna hear. I think that's just as valid as anything. So off the top, where does I mean let's read through 42023 and I'll read through it since I wasn't there.
Yeah, so Joy
Um,
Theater.
Joy Theater,
Um,
my wife's birthday, April 23rd.
yeah.
We've got music.
Jazz Fest afters. Go for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jazz Fest afters, Joy Theater. Set one, we got musical story. Yes, anytime that is the first song on the set list, shit's about to get real. So we've got musical story. Yes, and to feel it and Arigato. Then we got Get Loud into Frequencies 2 and 3, Peachtree, Native and Reemergence, Big Basin. And really,
The Big Basin. The Big Basin.
I was gonna say, well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, even though it's been played plenty of times since, I would call that the return of Big Basin.
Mm.
Um, Set two, we've got Arrowhead, which hadn't happened in a minute. Totem and Grow, Sky High, and Sell This Year, Infinity. When the Dust Settles, Reprise, Ramon, Closer, and then This Us, Grizzly, and a
Ooh.
bit of a thicker Grizzly, timing wise than you normally see too.
Here's what I think we need to decide first is which one of these two nights we like better.
I was going to start there, but I wanted to read them both before I asked you that question. That was exactly where I was going to go with that.
Yep.
So
So because of that, let's read the second night
yeah.
next. Go for
So
it.
night two, 424 Joy Theater, late night again. We've got F Word opener. Beyond Right Now, March, G Funk, Love Don't Terrorize, Walk the Sky Like I Do, Mod. Set two, Tooth, Glass, Worry No More, Something Level Up Remix, World Go Round, Gob Nugget into EB, Gob Nugget into EB. I just wanted to say that again.
Just say that again.
Uh,
Yeah.
Shaky Ground, High Key.
Dude, it's so tough between these two. Um, I maybe give the edge to night one.
I know this is a lazy take, um, but I think the Shaky Ground really, really hurts night two in comparison.
You talked about that when we were
I
recapping this
I
show.
I,
Yeah.
I I still I still agree with my past self. I just like if you like Shaky Ground, fine. I like Shaky Ground fine too, but like just in terms of placement and like we are being our most critical douchey versions of ourselves for these S tier episodes, that Shaky Ground has to compromise night two compared to night one, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So let me see. Do we have one song away from a perfect show on this
We
one
do
yet?
not. No,
I
I wouldn't call this one song away from
I
a
think
perfect
I
show
think you're
though.
right because
Yeah.
I think night two edges it. I mean, night one edges it for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
So I think that's my answer. I think night one is
This could be jam of the year like category that like
And
songs that
The Get Loud Freak 2 and 3. I mean, there's like very similar to the Fort Collins show where I think there's
yep.
two songs in there you can argue. There's a couple of moments that are really high up on night one. I agree.
Okay.
I think there's some there's
I
multiple
love
jam of the year
that comparison to the Fort Collins show. Hell yeah. The
Yeah.
very dancey. They came out kind of with the
There's
obviously they're coming up on Rave Spell at the end of that weekend, and they came out with that same kind of fucking energy.
yeah.
And that was the kind of energy we got in Fort Collins too, I
And
think. So
isn't Fort Collins there's a Love Done Terrorize in Fort Collins too, if I'm remembering correctly, without looking at it, right?
I believe there was, yes. So
Yeah,
okay.
very similar
Now
show.
it comes to where we put night two. Um, I think this is better than Mission and Irving Plaza. I think this is maybe not as good as What a Fucking Ride. This could be Working Man Sector
Mm,
9, or we could
yeah.
say Shaky Grounded.
Yankee grounded.
Let's take a look at this first. Cause
Oh man.
we got World Go Rounded from 2025. That was on the that was a
It was
category.
okay, I see what you're saying.
Oh, we got a shaky ground on this Roxian show from Pittsburgh. I think this is Working Man's STS9.
Do we
And may,
change it to
and maybe
shaky grounded?
we change it to shaky grounded. Yes, we do. All right, perfect.
It feels like a dig, but it's not because it's like a double entendre, like shaky grounded, like Working
But
Man's
it's
STS.
grounded. It's a good
Yes,
grounded
that's what I was
song.
about to
Yeah.
say. Working Man's STS9 and Shaky Grounded are like synonyms to me on one level, but on the other level, it is the thing that kind of, in my opinion, compromises both of these shows a little bit.
Yes. All right. Let's take it to Austin at the Moody here. Man, this one was a lot of fun. Surge into New Soma into 118. Scott, I think that we know where this one's going already.
Yeah,
Invasive
dude.
into Kamui, Reminisce, Strange Games, Never Never, Click Lang Echo. Man, typically, interesting. I don't think we talked about the interesting slot. Click Lang Echo, I feel like has been a staple in second sets. I love it there to finish a first set, right?
Yeah.
Menacer, Hot Crystal, Better Day remix, Balancing in the Life's a Symphony. It's all right. ABC's Out of This World into Rent. Portal to the Starry Path 12. If that's not a fucking ride, I don't know what is. Like,
It's
holy
at
shit.
man, this is at least what a ride.
Yes.
I actually like what a ride. Um, is there
I think
anything?
this is better than Philly.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Is there anything that we could put in Jam of the Year? Is this Sweaty Grimy Raw?
Fucking 12, dude.
Is this, I mean,
Yes, it is. You're right.
yeah,
It's
I
that
think
good.
this is Sweaty Grimy Raw.
Yep. And I love that.
I mean, the venue, even though the venue's like perfectly air conditioned. But
See, it's a good like contrast to the name of the category. I love it. All right.
anybody that's ever been in the mood is like, yeah, right.
Do we even need to talk about
I mean, I
this?
mean,
Just goes straight to the top, right? Rave spell.
I think Rave Spell, yeah, I think it goes above Museum Quality STS9. This is just Rave Spell. I think it just
Best
sits at the
well
top. Best show
last
ever?
year,
Question
best show
mark.
ever question
Yeah,
mark. Yeah, I
I think
like that. Yeah.
we finally have a contender.
Yeah. Would love to get one in the second half of the year as well.
I think we've got some contenders.
All right.
The
Fuck
Surf
yeah.
Hotel's looking pretty good.
Now we go to Charleston, another 2 night run here. So I think we'd start to do what we did in for New Orleans with these two. I think we did decide that we enjoyed night one over night two when we had Brandon on for these two. But just going through it again. This is at the refinery on May 8th, 2026, Charleston, South Carolina. Night one, To the World, Oil and Water, Strange Games into Mirror Soul, Fires into STS9. Fuck yeah. It's all right into Breathe In. Holy fucking segues here. Soul Slap into Moonsocket, Peachtree Remix into Black Satin, Menacer, Life's a Symphony and Unity. It's all right. Squares and Cubes, awesome into Unquestionable, Give and Take, Encore, which we were big fans of that Give and Take. Um, Man, this was Segway City here,
This
right?
is this Segsy?
Segsy? What's the
Like
Segsy?
sexy? Like
I think Seg City is good.
okay.
Um, man,
That
is this above Philly and below Jam of the Year?
I think so.
Okay, love it.
Cool.
One. Let me get into night two here. And these were rescheduled shows as well, correct?
Get backs, if you will.
Yes. All right, so night two, Common Descent, nice little bust out there. Searchlight, Worry No More, F Word, New Dawn, New Day, Jabez, which I think somehow topped the first version that we saw in Fort Collins. Poseidon, Glass into When the Dust Settles. Set to Aimlessly, Beat Goes On remix into Your Infinity. March, Wicca, Sun, Moon, and Stars, Vapors, Better Day, and a Better Day remix. Blue Moon
Oh my
Encore.
God. Dude, sorry, I didn't mean to talk over that. Blue Moon Encore. Dude,
This,
I know we've talked about it ad nauseum, but like just going back and reading the evolution of these set lists pre and post rave spell, it just like man, if that show isn't the perfect example of something that you had no idea this band needed before they executed it, and
right.
then you immediately see these songs and the equity and the value that they are building and establishing for themselves within a set list immediately. Um,
Hmm.
uh, I don't really even have a thought in terms of where that show goes on the S tier quite yet. I just both
Just put it in
songs.
the get back for now, you think?
I think Get Back makes sense. I
Yeah.
just wanted to comment on how valuable these rave spell songs are to these shows. I mean,
Yep.
immediately they just give them this like dancey vibe within a STS9 show that I feel like we haven't seen since pre-COVID.
Yeah, beat goes on into Your Infinity. Fuck yes. Then the Better Day into the Better Day remix. Holy shit. Yeah, something that we've been waiting to see since they did that the first time, which is great. All right, and then we got one more Golden Road Gathering in California here, and I'm gonna not try to pronounce that again. But two sets here, which is always nice at a festival. When the Dust Settles reprise, Golden Gate, ABCs, Like I Do, into Shock Doctrine. Man, we really like that. Dusk into Monkey. Wow. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. That is fucking insane. Sky High, Walk the Sky. Little Sky segment there. 2012 into Keep Dub. Another example
We're
of this kind of
back.
shit. Yeah.
So fucking
Then
back, dude.
Beat Goes On remix, which is the best version that they played of that so far. By a long shot, Click Clang Echo into Something Level Up remix, Walk to the Light, Shaky Ground. Mm.
See, here's the thing about this. I don't want to boil another show down to just the shaky ground. I think I think this is what a fucking ride.
Simply for that Dusk Monkey dude, right?
Yeah,
Like Jesus.
I think this is what a ride.
Yep.
I think it's better than or as good as anything that it's above. And it at least has hands with the ones in the same category.
Fuck yeah. Um, Man, I mean, going through this just gets me so fucking excited for the second half of the year, where we already have 20 plus more shows still announced. And then we get an Instagram post from STS9 this past week, which is just simply a picture of our favorite drummer here. Um, should we release more tour dates? Should we drop more tour dates?
I don't know,
Oh.
motherfucker. Should you? You haven't since you fucking posted this.
So let's talk about that a little bit here, Scotty, because we got a little bit of time. This is obviously gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode, which is
Yeah.
fine. We've been cracking 2.5 hours on a lot of these lately. Um, man, we're already getting quite a tour put together here. Where obviously the year's going to continue in Colorado for another 5 night run. We get to West Virginia, Knoxville, Birmingham, and then back to the Pacific Northwest, Bend, Oregon, Boise, Idaho, Montana for a couple shows, Spokane and Washington. And then we've got Astral Valley in Missouri. We've got Tennessee with, dude, Mempho. We haven't even talked about that yet,
Oh,
Scott.
that's the one. That's the one. Oh my God. Let's talk about Mempho.
All right. So you take a look at this lineup, man. This is going to be in Memphis in October, correct? Yes,
Yes.
October 9th, 10th, 11th. Um, October 9th, Friday, Pretty Lights, Spoon, STS, Spoon, fucking Spoon, dude. God damn it. The 2000s alternative rock fan in me loves to see Spoon, Pretty Lights, and STS9 on a fucking lineup together on the same day. Holy shit. Um, then you get 2 nights of Panic, 2 sets each. Gary
Two
Clark
nights of
Jr.
panic in Memphis, Tennessee, dude. Do you know how,
Da-
Nate, do you know how good widespread panic in Memphis, Tennessee is, dude? It is, it is fucking, dude. It is what music is made to fucking sound like in Memphis, Tennessee. Like,
yes.
this, this, I would tattoo this lineup on my fucking body if I was in college and it happened. Like, oh my God. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going. Read the
No,
rest.
you're good. Fucking Gary Clark Jr., De La Soul, Dumpsta Funk.
Maggie
Um,
Rose. Oh,
then Ziggy Marley, JJ Grey, and Mofro. Man, yeah,
Fishbone.
Sierra Hole. Yeah. Um, this is going to be a good fucking time. STS9 has not played in Memphis since October 27, 2016 at the New Daisy Theater in Memphis, Tennessee. I believe
Place
that was
sucks.
the that but
Place sucks ass.
that was the night they covered Sexy Back, right? By Justin Timberlake. I think it
Oh,
was.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, New Daisy's not that cool.
Well, I mean, to be on that kind of lineup here is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, for sure. Shout
I'm
out
not seeing
Memphis,
it
man.
here.
Oxford is an hour away from Memphis, so I've been there plenty, and that's a city that gets a lot of flack, and it's I don't know. I've had a lot of good times in Memphis, so it's cool to see them going back there.
Good to see them get back for sure. But yeah, and then we got Halloween, which is the Caverns, and then Halloween to finish out. So, Scotty, I've got something on my mind here, right? Like, what part of the country are we kind of missing so far this year?
Atlanta.
No, we had
Well,
Atlanta in
I
February.
mean, we've got Atlanta in February, but there's enough if there's enough time for a theoretical fucking New Year's run in Colorado, there's enough time for something like a Thanksgiving run in Atlanta. But
That would be
no,
great.
what Chicago is what you're gonna say. We're
The
missing.
Midwest, the
Yes.
Midwest. I'm talking, give us, we were just talking about it, right? Like, man, if they can get back to Minneapolis for the First Avenue,
Yes.
fuck yes. Madison, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Give us some Michigan shows again. Last year they hit up Michigan, which was great. Yeah, give us Chicago for sure. I think we're gonna see. Let's get back to Columbus, Ohio. I think that there's a big Midwest run of shows happening at some point in late Q3, early Q4. So
Cool.
that'd be really fucking cool to see. But I guess we gotta wait. Wouldn't it be nice, Scotty, if they just dropped tour dates between the time we're recording this and the time we're releasing it to make us look dumb? So
Oh man, nothing would make me happier. They're good at that. They often make us put our foot in our mouths during the edit time of these podcasts. So
mhm.
bring it on, man. We're ready. I think what a year we've had already, partner. Halfway through, we're closing out Q2. There's we've got more podcasts before the end of Q2, but we don't have any more live shows to talk about. So, you know, strongest start to a year since 2019.
Yep. Yeah, and to do a little bit of numbers here, we have let's see here, 22 shows and then 17 more already announced. So we're looking at 39 shows already, and I'd like to think that we're probably going to get at least 11 more, right? So we're getting back to 20 or 50 plus show in a single year. We've got it good right now. So excited to get in the second half of 2026. But thank you guys for listening, whether you're watching on YouTube, listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Throw us a like, throw us a subscribe, throw us a comment review if you're feeling nice. But other than that, happy Juneteenth. Enjoy a nice long weekend. Scotty, I get the chance to go see Dave Chappelle on Friday to celebrate Juneteenth. That's gonna be fucking
Oh, that's
awesome.
awesome. First time seeing Dave?
First time seeing Dave. Yep.
Oh
So,
man, have the best time. It's so much fun.
yep. But yeah, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Much love. Trust Pats.